You know, one way to grow as a Fortnite creator nowadays is to just invest in short-form content. I mean, it's unlikely that you'll be famous in the sense that people everywhere will recognize you. Hell, they'll probably forget you in 5 minutes, but it will bring you a lot of views. And as much as I might dislike shorts, I have to agree that currently, this is the content creation meta. It's just that while some shorts are pretty well constructed, other ones very much fall behind. So, today, I want to go over a bunch of shorts creators and the content they put out, as well as try to give some constructive criticism. It's also because jabbing at bigger creators than you is one of the strategies to grow a channel. So remember to not send hate to anyone mentioned here, as those people just found a way to make it on this bitch of an earth. Also, I'll be focusing on YouTube Shorts, as those are the easiest for me to access, and I'm not forcing myself to use TikTok ever again. I hate that app. Also, all of this is just my personal opinion, you don't have to agree with any of it. Before going over the bad shorts, we should probably start with the ones that I would actually consider to be genuinely good. First up, I would like to go over Nick30.
Ben Tennyson from Fairly Odd Parents.
And say what you will about him, but when it comes to shorts, Nick puts out probably one of the better, if not the best ones when it comes to Fortnite. Of course, there's the usual entertainment shenanigans of him doing a bunch of stuff with his audience and having fun, which matters the most. But what I like about some Nick shorts is that they actually teach you something. Most of these follow a simple structure. Introduce a topic,
This is everything you need to know about sprites.
explain it,
All sprites have a different perk, and you can choose which one you want to bring in.
then answer potential questions people might have.
So how do you get Sprite Dust to buy back your sprites?
Whether that information is useful or not, you leave the short with more knowledge than you had before. It's just that this structure of shorts is becoming harder and harder to find. I want to act surprised by this, but I cannot. Most of the time, the algorithm just favors more entertainment-based content. Something like this short from CypherPK, where you have to guess an item from a few hints. Now, this content is still good because it allows you to engage with it by making your brain think about what said item could be. But more often than not, you'll encounter shorts that want to make you laugh. And whilst some creators do this extremely well, others really don't. I would like to start going over this with an example, as it will be one of the easiest ways to go about this. So let's look at this video from Real Senti. I think that's how you read this username. Okay, so we have Jonesy climbing a lighthouse. Now he's shooting Fish Stick, who panics, and instead of a shockwave, he throws a mini. And that causes him to fall and die. Alright, I personally didn't laugh at this, but I can see someone who would. Let's take a peek at another short. Okay, so we have Jonesy climbing a tall building. Now he's shooting Ripley, who panics, and instead of a shockwave, he throws a mini. And that causes him to fall and die. Alright, I personally didn't laugh at this, but wait a minute. This is the same joke, with the same punchline, just with a different setting. Okay, maybe this is just a one-off thing, I'm sure of it. Let's look at another short. And it's the same thing, just this time instead of Fish Stick throwing a mini, he used the kill switch revolvers. Is this the only joke we have? Like, come on, man. I know the algorithm loves repetitive content, but a little creativity goes a long way. Don't get me wrong, if you get a cash cow, odds are that you will milk it. If you want success, go for it, I'm not stopping you. But the real problem is that after hearing the same punchline over and over, the joke just stopped landing. Also, in Real Senti's case, it doesn't help that these videos were uploaded very close to each other. Because what difference does the setup make if the punchline is the exact same? Sure, this might bring in new viewers, but personally, I lost interest on the second short. Like, yeah, the steak was good the first time, but the more often I ordered it, the steak just lost the special flavor. Alright, how about now we play a game of Spot the Difference? I'm going to play you two shorts. one from Seals, and one from Silent FN. Now, if you said nothing was different, I wouldn't fucking blame you. Almost everything in these videos is exactly the same. From the sprite, the awful music, the hired bot, down to the recording location, which is in Sinister Strip in the tunnels under the prison building, specifically behind this vent. This just feels like someone copying your homework and only changing the paper they used to bring it in. I know someone can get inspired, but that means putting your own spin on something. Here, that's clearly not the case. Honestly, at this point I'm starting a conspiracy theory that Seals and Silent FN are the same person, or just have the same editor, because the titles are almost identical, the upload dates are 2 days apart, and the fucking font on screen is the exact same. But this issue isn't exclusive to these two, as over time you'll start to notice that almost every shorts creator copies someone else to some degree. I know following trends is one of these strategies to succeed, but like I said previously, put your own spin on it, because if everyone did make the same video, no one would be unique. Every single person would just blend together instead of having a distinct personality. So when I go to your channel, I expect to see your content, your personality, not someone else's. Now, to mention a type of shorts that I actually, genuinely dislike with every fiber of my being. That of course is engagement bait. I talk about one of the engagement bait types in my types of Fortnite content video, so I'll keep it brief here. In that video I go over those clearly faked videos where someone does something supposedly impressive like leaving a far storm with low HP, like look at this short by the fish guy. What about any of this is impressive? Okay, actually in this case it's not even faked, I guess that can be considered impressive. But most of the time you'll find these types of video just being completely faked. And it will be in a way that makes it obvious it's not real, because that will lead to people pointing it out in the comments, leading to the short getting boosted by the algorithm. But in that video, I completely forgot about the worst version of engagement bait. That being the videos that straight up just ask you to like or subscribe or anything like that. You know, the ones that go, only people who remember Columbo can like, face holding back tears emoji, red heart emoji. Or the ones that ask you to like the short when your favorite chapter shows up or something. Here it just starts to feel like you don't care about entertaining people, but rather only about getting as much engagement as possible. With the faked videos, at least you weren't blatantly obvious about it. I mean, there isn't anything inherently wrong with asking for likes, but for me, it just leaves a poor taste in my mouth. Plus, making stuff only for engagement will only get you so far, because over time people will start to take notice that you're using them for your own gain. Personally, I would just recommend avoiding making this type of content specifically. This might get you views and likes, but doesn't do much to build a loyal audience. You know, I originally wanted this video to be longer, but I decided to stop it here. Because consuming this much short-form content in such a short time cannot be healthy, and I feel like I had barely scratched the surface of this iceberg. But I'm tired of hearing the same ear-hurting, brain-numbing audio over and over again. So to summarize, Fortnite shorts aren't the best content on earth, but from time to time you can find something nice. I don't think anyone goes out of their way to see this specific content, so as a word of advice of sorts, please keep in mind the things I mentioned today the next time you find yourself doom scrolling, because you as a person should be aware of what content you're consuming. And remember, you won't find me making shorts like these, because I'm an artist from the middle of nowhere. I've never gotten lucky or had any overnight success because I refuse to sell my soul.